fabric on here so you know this goes right in the middle around the pubic bone. So then you put it right here, and then you take the fabric, you go all around on the hips, and you make sure that the fabric stays on the same side here. And then you tie a knot, like just one time. So you have it here, you tie it around just one time. And then the first way to wrap is you would be holding this up here, or if you're having a help by a partner or a family member or a friend, you would maybe hold this and then they'll walk around you to wrap you. If it's your own wrap, a lot of people like holding this in their teeth, whatever works. This is the way that I wrapped when I first gave birth. So you make sure you overlap on top when you're starting. And then I usually just keep it straight here, but then I pinch here so that I can take this and then put it over and around. So I take it here and then I switch hands, and then I kind of just over and around, back up. Again, you overlap, but now you can start leaving around 2 finger space or so. If you are very petite and you're finding that the wrap is feeling too long, you can overlap more. But you also don't, even if you're more curvy or whatever, you don't want to overlap and leave like this much space here. That's too much. Because you need to feel supported, and the less you overlap, it's gonna be really loose fitting. So again, you overlap. Sometimes the fabric is all twisted up, so I just go like this. I turn it and then it kind of comes back. Then you can grab it properly like this. So you bring it back, pinch, take, and also one trick is, let's say I pinch and I'm holding it too high up like this, and I do, like I said, I go around, bring it back up. You end up with a space here, and that's leaving a space for it not to be supportive. Or if you're wrapping on your bare skin, it's a spot where when you're moving around it can pinch your skin. So I'll go back and show you. You want to make sure when you do the twist here, you do it on top of the last one. So if I'm pinching the fabric here, I want to hold it down right on top to stack it on top. Then again, there's also another situation that can happen around your hips. You can wrap and then you start noticing that it might fit here okay, but because your hips or your waist is going in, it's starting to get loose here. So maybe after 3 or 4, when you're noticing it's getting loose up here, you're gonna do the same thing, like you're starting this way, but then on your back, you take the fabric and you just flip it once. So you flip it to make kind of an X on your back. And then you come back and do the same like before. You stack it on top of the last knot. And as you see, they're stacking on top. And the tighter they're stacked on top, the better support, the more it's like, you know, a hard support here. And also it will move around less. And after I did that one X in the back, the one twist, you can just keep going normally again. Let's say you keep going and you find that it's again leaving a space on top. You can probably wrap 3 more times and then do a flip 1 more time. And then you keep going. So I wrapped this way when I first started, and personally I still do like it, but I find it sometimes a pain just holding this up or holding it in my teeth, or like since I'm doing it myself, I don't have help for me holding this. So it's not my favorite way to wrap now, if I still use it monthly, but for just after postpartum, I find that it is a good way to wrap. It's not as tight or uncomfortable as the other method that I find gives a tighter fit. Sometimes when you're early postpartum and your relaxin hormone is still active, everything's feeling loose and sore, you don't necessarily want to feel like everything is too bound tight. So yeah, it was my favorite in the beginning. There's another issue sometimes that comes up. Sometimes if you're wrapping tight and you're getting up here, you might have a discomfort of, you know, like back fat just here, and the wrap is not going high enough to make it comfortable, or you might run out of this to keep wrapping. So if I find that I have enough fabric, or if the fabric seems too long and I need to use up some of this long fabric, I'll pass one time over, so I'll leave this down like this, and then I'll pass just over my belly, my upper belly, just like this, straight on like this. And then this way, I can wrap it higher up on the back to make it more comfortable. But also, the reason I like this postpartum is while I was breastfeeding, it did help having that back support. So I liked having the support all the way up here. So when I do that the one time, it feels nice on the belly as well. Sometimes you wrap and you don't go quite up all the way, and you might have like just a feeling of your kind of like your belly fat or your back fat kind of going over the wrap. So this feels nice, and then you go like we did in the beginning. You pinch and then you go down to where we stopped here. So you go right on top here, and then, oh, sorry, actually, I have to hold this up because I was holding it up before. So right on top, and then wrap around. And then you just keep going the same way, and we're almost done this fabric. So this fabric's like, I can't put it all the way around. So when I finish this here, I'll just tuck it in. Either tuck it in here to hide it like that, or I could have tucked it in over. It doesn't matter, whatever's comfortable. And then I'll just put it here, and I usually tuck it in just like at the top here, just like that. So I'm wrapped. I really like this wrap with the African pattern, and I did get one little space here, but I can just pull down the fabric a little bit. So definitely when you wrap yourself, it's a lot easier wrapping in the mirror, because you do see if you're leaving spaces.